Every year Samsung comes out with the new foldable phone. They come out with some new cases, and I like to check them out every single time because sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not so great. This year we have a brand new case that's called the carbon fiber shield case that I'm pretty excited for. It looks like it is a aramid fiber case. We also have a couple cases that we've seen before. They have the silicone and the clear grip cases with this little silicone holder on it. We also have their classic clear case, and we're also going to be installing and testing out their anti-reflective film because, as you can see, the Fold 7 does not have an anti-reflective coating on their screen. So in this video, I'm going to go through each one of these cases and the screen protector. We're going to see how they fit, how they feel, and by the end of this video, you'll know which one of these accessories are right for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is to install the anti-reflective film, and then we'll move on to the cases. So it looks like we get some installation tools here, an installation manual, and we also get the installation guide, along with 2 film screen protectors. So the first thing we need to do is to align the guide with our phone, and we need to peel off these little blue stickers on the inside first. Then we're going to press this onto the left side of our phone. Notice that the front of the phone with the camera is going towards the top. And we'll kind of put this on our phone just like that. Make sure it's pressed into place here. The phone will be slightly elevated because of the camera bumps on the back. Just press down on the phone and make sure that it's seated properly inside the guide, just like this. Then we're going to wipe off our screen because it doesn't look like they give us any alcohol wipes, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. Then we're going to flip our phone around so it's upside down here. Then take one of your screen protectors, making sure that the sticker here is on the underside. We need to peel this off first, just like that. Then we're going to place the screen protector upside down just like this with the sticker underneath. Make sure that the little posts fit in the holes on the screen protector. Then we're going to make sure that the screen protector is down over the phone exactly where we want it to be aligned, making sure the sticker doesn't touch the bottom of your phone or the screen on your phone. And when you have this lined up where you want it, press down on that sticker so it stays in place. So then take your squeegee, put it behind this little middle line here, and we're going to lift up on part 2, and we're going to squeegee that out over our phone. And we're going to turn our phone around. We're going to do the same thing, put the squeegee behind the middle line here, lift up on this guide, and we're going to squeegee this out over the top of our phone. And once you're done, you can take the guide off. And we're going to peel off the top protector. And there we go. Take a look. It looks pretty clean except for these bubbles on the middle here. Not sure what that's about. Let's see if we can kind of squeegee those out. It looks like for the most part, we can get rid of them somewhat. Not great. Seems like they're still there. It's because the screen protector was kind of folded back, it looks like. So their installation doesn't seem to be the best. Try to push it down with your fingers. Seems to do a little bit better job. But I still see that crease in the middle, which is kind of annoying. You can see that right there. But as you can see, it does definitely do a really good job at keeping down that glare. I just wish that line wasn't in the middle. So that can be a deal breaker for some people. I think it might be for me because once you've seen it, you're going to see it all the time. We do have a cutout for our front camera, so that shouldn't have any effect on our selfies. As far as the touch, it does have a little bit of a grip to it. It's not slick like the glass in the phone, which might put some people off as well. It does seem to be pretty flush with the phone, so I'm not catching any sharp edges, which is nice. As far as fingerprints goes, it does seem to pick up some fingerprints. I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen here. Let's see if we can wipe those away. Yeah, They wipe away fairly easily, and I don't see any lifting or bubbles on the screen, so installation was pretty good. Let's take a look at the clarity of the phone. Phone looks nice and clear, don't see any issues there, and as far as touch goes, nothing wrong with touch either. It seems to be working just fine. And like I mentioned before, the anti-glare properties do seem to be pretty good. You can see the glare from the anti-glare and the glare from the regular screen, how much of a difference there is. So it's definitely doing a pretty good job. But like I mentioned before, this line in the middle is horrible. I'm not sure why that's there, but they need to fix that like ASAP. So now let's see how durable the screen protector is with a scratch test. Now typically film starts to scratch around a 2 and a 3. And to give you an idea of what that is, a number 2 is just simply plastic, and a number 3 is copper. So such things as pennies, maybe a key in your pocket or your purse or something might scratch the screen protector. But we're going to start off with the lowest, which is just simply plastic at a number 2. And I can pretty much guarantee you that it's going to scratch with the number 3. And it does. Deep grooves. So if we take a closer look, you can see that there really aren't any scratches with the plastic. So that's the least you can do. And then we move on to the number 3. And again, that's pretty standard for these film screen protectors. So if there's something sharp in your pocket, or maybe a penny or something like that, it might actually scratch your screen, and that is definitely not going to heal up. And then here we have the all clear case by Samsung. So here we have our clear backing. We get the installation guide and 2 anti-reflective film screen protectors. And let's see how much this case weighs. 16.2 grams. And we also get a squeegee and a wipe for the installation of the film screen protector. So it looks like all we get is the back portion of the phone's case. I'm not a fan of just having the back portion of the case because it just kind of looks off, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. So this is just a simple plastic case. It's very flimsy. It's not supposed to be flexible, but because it's so thin, it is. It's just a hard plastic, and it looks like we have what might be a thin metal ring for our cameras. So we can just put this on the back, just very simply, clips in place. There's no stickers to hold it on. And that is pretty much it. So we get the clear backing to show off the color of your phone. Again, we also get that metal ring, and it looks like it's almost flush with the camera lenses. It just comes up ever so slight over the lenses, so not a lot of protection there. But like I mentioned before, why I don't like just having the back portion of the case is when you look at your phone, doesn't it just look off? It's like one piece is a little thicker than the other. It just doesn't look right. And when you go to open the phone, because it's not even, it's a little bit harder to open up the phone. I just don't like the way that looks. But if you just like the back portion of the case, let me know in the comments below. As far as fingerprints goes, it does show some fingerprints on the back of this case because it is just a clear, hard plastic. It does have the cutouts on the bottom for our mic and our charging port. No coverage for the hinge, no coverage for the front of your phone, but we do have cutouts for the front microphones. But you do get that 2 of those anti-glare film screen protectors to help keep your phone screen scratch free. Not going to do a lot for drops, but at least it'll help keep it scratch free. Like I said, you can see that one end just sticks out above the other. I just don't like the way it looks. I know that because the phone is super thin, the front part is going to be super flimsy, but it just looks off because there's no front cover. I'm not really a fan. But as far as it moving, it does seem to just slide ever so slight on the bottom here. Not so much the top. There is a little movement, but not a lot. There's more, it seems, on the bottom of the case. And then if we open up our phone here, can see that the middle portion does come off a little bit if you kind of push on it ever so slightly. But the edges, they do the same thing. They come off a little bit if you push on it a little harder. And on the bottom here, see the middle's kind of the same. It clips on, but it doesn't take much to kind of push it off. I don't think it'll just come off when you're using the phone. And the edge is kind of like the same as well. I'm not a big fan. I wouldn't recommend this case, but there it is, the Samsung Clear case. And then here we have the Samsung Clear Grip case, and we'll see how much this case weighs. 22.6 grams. So again, this is just a front cover case. It comes with two anti-reflective film screen protectors along with the guide and a little installation squeegee and wipe. So here is the back cover. Looks just like the Clear case, but they've included this little silicone strap here, which is a pretty nice little touch. Again, it's made from just plastic, which is kind of flimsy because it is so thin. Again, we'll just kind of clip this onto the back of our phone, just like that. So you can see that it's got the same Clear case. It does pick up some fingerprints because it's just a hard plastic. And we have what looks like to be a metal ring around our camera lenses. Not a lot of extra protection because it's almost flush with those lenses. But we do get this little silicone strap here that feels pretty nice. So when you're holding your phone, you can kind of stick your fingers through there so you don't have to worry about dropping it, especially if you're in a big crowd and somebody bumps into you. You kind of get an extra grip on your phone. Even when you're kind of holding it open now, you've got something to grip on, which I can appreciate. Feels really nice. It's a nice soft silicone, and it's got these kind of like nylon stretchy straps on here. And in case you have bigger hands, it also has an adjustment to where you can make these elastic straps stick out a little bit more to fit, bigger hands. But again, just like the other Clear case, this kind of makes the phone look a little off. It's got that protruding case on one side and nothing on the other. So you've got some protection on the back of your phone and not a lot on the front except for the anti-glare screen protector that comes with the phone. But I do like this little hold here. Now, because this is on here, will it still wirelessly charge your phone? Let's check it out. So I've got this little wireless charger by Spigen. We'll put it on the charger here. And it looks like it still might work. It is charging the phone, fast wireless charging, but look at that gap on the back of the phone. You can't be getting a very good wireless charge while your phone is sticking like that. Let's put it off to the side. And it stops charging. So you're going to have to put it onto the charger like this. And again, it seems to be working, but there might be a little bit more heat than usual because it's not right against the pad. And you're not going to get a great charge that way. So not the best case for wireless charging either. And as far as the case coming off the phone, same thing. It's on there slightly, but with a little push, the case kind of comes off. Let's see about those edges. Kind of the same thing on the bottom. Yeah, about the same thing. You hear it's clipping in, but it does come off fairly easily. The edges are a little bit better. Again, if you like the single case, you might like this one, but this is definitely not for me, and I would not recommend it. And then here we have the Samsung Silicone case. And we'll see how much the silicone case weighs. 25.1 grams. So this case, again, is just simply a rear case. There's no front, and it comes with the two anti-reflective film screen protectors. So here is the back cover, just simply a plastic, kind of like the other clear plastic pieces. It's a little bit flimsy because it is so thin, but it does have a really nice soft touch coating on it. And we get this little kickstand on the back, which is pretty nice as well. This one actually does have some stickers on the inside. So we'll peel those off. So there, all the stickers are off, and we'll put this on the back of our phone. And we'll press around the edges here because it did have those stickers. I really do like this back piece. I just kind of wish it came with the front piece as well. Again, it just looks off. I would really rather, have a front piece, as flimsy it might be. It would make this whole thing look symmetrical. I just don't like how that looks. And as far as opening and closing the case, again, because there's a bump right here and not down here, it makes it a little more difficult to open your phone. You're gonna have to actively kind of try to open it in the middle, and then it might be a little easier. But if you try to open it where any of these bumps are on the one side, it's going to be a lot harder to open your phone. As far as the back feels really nice. Again, it's got that nice soft touch silicone feel to it. And we do have that same metal edge around the cameras that are almost flush with those lenses, so not a lot of protection there. Let's test out our kickstand. So you can set your phone up in a landscape, maybe a portrait. Yep, portrait mode works as well. And then if you open up the phone, you can have it in an open portrait or even a landscape as well. And this way you can kind of bend and fold the phone and still have it stand up, which is a nice touch. I like that. And then it just kind of folds back into place. It's not like the best hinge, it's just a flimsy piece of plastic, but it's got like this, like a little flick open and a flick closed. There's no magnet to keep it, closed or anything like that. It just kind of sits in place. Again, because this is a little bit bulkier on the case, let's see if it works with wireless charging. I'm assuming it will, and it does. So there, it's charging your phone, and on the back here you can see it's a little bit, that camera bump, it just keeps the phone from, staying on the charger. But if we put the charger above the camera, will it still charge? No. So it's got to be down. It's not going to be the best for wireless charging. And then on the bottom here, you can see we've got the cutouts for the charging port and our mics on the top there, cutouts for the buttons. As far as the buttons, you can easily press those as well. It's just when you open your phone, you're going to have to open it from one in the middle and one on the case. And then you can open it up. I just don't like it just doesn't look symmetrical to me. I'm big on that. I don't like to have things kind of off looking. And as far as it coming off, the stickers seem to do a better job at some of the regular plastic at coming off. But if you press it just a little bit harder, they do seem to come off. The middle here, the stickers kind of keeping it in place better, so that's good. In the corner, that's pretty good too. So it just seems to be kind of coming off on the top corner here. Again, this case is not for me, but I do like the silicone feel and the kickstand on this case. And then here we have the Samsung Carbon Shield case. This is one of the new cases that I'm pretty excited for. And let's see how much this case weighs. 13.5 grams. So just like the other cases, this is just a back plate for your phone that comes with 2 anti-glare film screen protectors. So here is the back cover. It is made of carbon fiber, which makes it a little bit more expensive than some of the other cases. And the fact that it's just the back portion of the case for this kind of price, yes, it does come with a film screen protector, but some of the other cases that I'm reviewing come with the front and the back, as well as a tempered glass screen protector. So this might not be the best option. It does look kind of cool. It is very thin, as you can see, kind of bends very easily. But again, it's just the back plate. So we can put this on our phone. There's no stickers that I can see. Just kind of clips into place here. Again, that would be really nice if it had the front piece too. But again, like I mentioned 3 times prior, that just looks off. You've got carbon fiber on the back, but nothing on the front. It kind of looks like 2 phones sitting on top of each other. And if you want to open it up, again, you're going to have to, this does give it a little bit more grip, but it's still a little off. You will have to kind of pull it apart from the middle and then from the bottom, because there's a bump on one side, there's not on the other, and it makes it a little harder to kind of open up your phone. The back is nice and smooth feeling. It does keep down fingerprints. You will see some smudges from time to time, but for the most part, it'll keep the fingerprints down. We do also have that same metal ring around the camera lenses. And again, it's about flush. I just kind of wish they would make it a little bit more protective on the back. We've got the large cutout for our buttons on the side here, cutouts on the bottom, no hinge protection, and the cutouts for our mics on the top. That would look so nice if it was the same on the back as it was the front. Now on the inside, as far as it coming off, again, it does seem to clip into place, but if you put a little pressure, it will come off. I definitely don't think it's just going to come off during use. You will have to put a little pressure on it for it to start to come off. Same with the bottom there. It does clip in place, but if you press on it a little bit, it comes off. And the corner here, it's pretty good. So this year, I don't know, Samsung I think could have not did like some of the other case manufacturers and actually gave you a front cover as well. It would have been really nice. But again, it does look pretty nice just on the back if that's what you like. This would probably be one of my more favorite Samsung cases out of the 4 that I've just reviewed. But because the lens on the back here is so thick, there is room to put some protectors, so you could add those to the back plate as well for some extra protection. So again, to recap, these cases again are just the back plating for your phone. These are definitely not for me, but if you are one to just like the back cover, protect it on your phone, my 2 favorites would be the silicone and the carbon fiber. These 2 cases are just kind of too plasticky feeling for me. I do like the grip on the back, but if you're going to be wirelessly charging, it's not going to give you the best wireless charge possible. And they do pick up more fingerprints than the other 2 cases as well. I also do like the addition of the anti-reflective film screen protectors that they've added this year, but this line in the middle, that is just, it's horrible. Like I said, once you see it, you will always see it from now on. It does a great job at keeping down the reflection, but this line in the middle, that's a no-go for me. So if you guys do want to pick up any of these cases, look in the video description for the product links. And if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting the like button and let me know which case was your favorite and why. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.